Hey guys, how's it going? Joe Show, not just Travis Joe here, coming at you guys with another yo-yo review. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've said that. Today we're reviewing one of my favorites, or what has become one of my favorite yo-yos in my entire collection, the C3O Designs Remaster Galaxy Blades. Yep, that is right. We're looking at the C3O design review. And yes, for all those people who looked at my Instagram and saw that practice video, yes, I did just reuse that entire sequence because it was cool and I liked it. So, yeah, also reason why, shit, this is just going to be the most, obvious shameless plug. I'm not even going to try and, hide it. Check my Instagram in the description below if you haven't already, subscribed, because stuff happens there that you guys don't get to see here. Anyway, yeah, so looking at my Remaster Galaxy, so right off the bat, look, I got mine. Did you hear that? Oh my god, just a random motorcycle just... Anyway, so we're looking at this guy. Mine is, I got mine in purple. It's got a really weird royal, purple color. I got this before, all the cooler colorways came out of it, because I saw, this crazy, salmon-y, it looked kind of like the chrome camo look, but, on a yo-yo, which is sick. But this is the yo-yo that I got. I do like this color though. It really is nice. It's got a pretty sick look to it by itself. And if you know anything, this is one of, so far what we've seen, this is one of the first, I guess, really weird wide yo-yos that C3O Design has done. And I think this is becoming a weird trend in yo-yoers companies, or yo-yo manufacturers, because they either make one crazy line of really shallow, like how One Drop and Base Camp kind of did, where they made these crazy shallow yo-yos, and then either that, or they'll be the Atlas and stuff, where they've made a crazy wide yo-yo, and just like here, they've made a crazier, kind of a weirder, wider yo-yo. Even things like the Manatee is a little bit off kilter, even though it is a signature yo-yo, so that I don't think that really counts, because it's just based off what a player wanted. But yeah, so this is a weirder looking yo-yo. So just looking strictly at the aesthetics of this yo-yo, you can see it's a very beautiful wide yo-yo. As I said before, it's pretty much the widest yo-yo I think I've seen C3O Design make. You can see on the inside of the caps we have this nice ridge design. Looks really nice. Amazing for finger grinds, claw grinds. Not so amazing, I would say, for your finger spins, but it can perform them because it's flat. And pretty much if you're an experienced finger spinner and an experienced yo-yoer, you can do it. As you can see, there's an engraving on the inside. You can feel that, but it doesn't really hinder your performance that much. If we look on the inside of the yo-yo, towards the gap, you can see it's got a really nice gap. It's just fun. It's nice to hold. It really feels good in your hand. And it's nice and rounded edges. You can see it's just the beautiful design of the way that they made the ridges and stuff. It just feels nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing, whether or not you have it in a different colorway or not. And I kind of like the blank colorway because of this, because you can see kind of all the ridges and designs, and just the way that they machine the yo-yo's caps to look pretty beautiful. So now that we've looked at the yo-yo in depth, just as it is, let's get into the specs of the Remaster. Oh my god, this isn't even the yo-yo. Oh my god, here we go. Now let's get into the specs of the Remaster Galaxy by C3O Design. Alright, so the diameter of this lovely, beautiful yo-yo is 55.55 millimeters. The width is 52.85 millimeters. The gap width of this yo-yo is 4.70 millimeters, and the weight is a nice hefty 65.4 grams, and just regular bearing. This came with a grooved bearing, so yeah, I haven't changed it yet. I just kind of left the grooved bearing. Not my favorite type of bearing to play with, but like it's the job done, so I didn't really see a point in changing it. And then we have the regular, just the Stave C3 response pads. I've never bought in anything, any C3 yo-yo pads to put into my yo-yos. My Move, I kind of just put back in like the regular like Yo-Yo Factory Yo-Yo Factory 19 millimeter pads. So I don't, yeah, these are, I guess, these are good pads. My other ones lasted for a long time, so yeah, I don't really, there's not much, all the pads are kind of the same, it's just rubber. So unless you're playing with snow tires, then you're changing up the dangerousness of it, or if it's Yo-Yo Factory Monkey Snot, then those two are probably different than regular pads. But yeah, yeah, that being said, besides, as you can see, the giant diameter, or is this the width? I don't remember. It's whatever. Anyway, as you can see by like the crazy gap that we have here, like other than that, it's a pretty normal yo-yo. Like it's weighted pretty well, and that is kind of what I haven't really spoken on this yet, but that's one of the things I like about this yo-yo. It's a heavier set yo-yo. 65 grams is kind of where most things sit. And it also is where like kind of where most of my favorite yo-yos sit anyway. Like the edge I think is around 65-ish grams, maybe even slightly heavier, just because they put all the weight on the rims. And as you can see, just, oh my god, as you can see, and as you saw in all the b-roll, just looking at it, as you can see, all that weight is like just segregated. Like you can even, there's a little rim right here that just shows you just how much of the metal is just segregated all to the rims, which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, they just put everything here. So there's crazy rim weight, and the spin time of this guy is just absolutely god tier. Like this is why might become one of my favorite yo-yos, man. Like, oh my god. I mean, I feel like this yo-yo has like completely like changed my like outlook on life in general as a yo-yo player. As just a human being, dude. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah. Anyway, that's been the specs of this yo-yo. Let's get on to the lasting impressions, boys. Yeah, that's right. I change shirts every single scene. That is correct. It's been multiple days. Back to the subject at hand, boys. The reason why I love this yo-yo. Now, really, this yo-yo plays kind of pretty much like my Edge does. It's a little bit heavier, slightly more stable in my opinion, but it does play like a lot of other yo-yos that I've had. It also plays a lot like my Manatee as well. Well, not a lot like it, but in terms of the fact that it's a huge, crazy wide yo-yo. At first, right out the box, until I've gotten used to it, it's just not on the level that I want it to be at. Like, it doesn't play like a professional yo-yo that I'm already playing with. And even besides just the learning curve, even when I get over like the fact that it's a wider yo-yo and I need to like adjust my playstyle for it, it just it hasn't felt right for me. And I love this crazy wide profile. Like, I love the way this looks. I love the way it plays, like in terms of having a crazy giant gap width. Like, I love huge gap width. That's my like preferred like type of yo-yo. I love to be able to like put basically all the string into that area and still be able to play with it. But, you know, that being said, this yo-yo accomplishes all that, and it still plays like my Edge does. Things like the Atlas, or like, well, this is a pretty old yo-yo, but if you play with like a YYF, what's it called? Monster, or if you've played with even like, oh my god, even if you've played with like an N5 Desperado from yo-yo, Magic Yo-Yo, okay. What? Even if you played with like a Magic Yo-Yo or something like that, or a yo-yo that's meant to be wider, it doesn't meet up to the expectations of a yo-yo that is meant for competition, like a bimetal, like the Edge, or even like something that's like my favorite yo-yo, like the Top Deck or the Torque. You know, it doesn't hit the way I want it to play usually. But that being said, this yo-yo does that. It plays exactly the way I want my other regular yo-yos to play like. And that being said, I do think it, for some things, like a lot of tricks that I used to play with, where I played with like, you know, playing with my Edge and my Torque, which are like slightly narrower yo-yos, like there's a little bit of a change when you're whipping into certain things, and it's like sometimes you're not expecting the yo-yo to catch, and it does, and it's like, oh, that wasn't, it's not supposed to catch there. And some more intricate tricks like that are really close quarters is a little bit, like, I will say it's a little bit different playing with this yo-yo, but that's just, once again, that's just a learning curve. You kind of have to overcome that and like learn how to play with your yo-yo. But that's like with any yo-yo, so that's not too much of a downside. It's more like player error in that case. But yeah, this yo-yo just like, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much more than I thought I would. Like when I got it and when I was looking forward to getting this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this. But like it actually like met every single expectation that I wanted to do. Even my edge, like my favorite, yeah, even hold on, actually two favorite like all time yo-yos just they didn't even hit the expectations that I wanted it to when I first got it. Like I still had to learn and get with it, and it had to become my favorite yo-yo. Like this one right out the box, like from day one, was like, oh my god, this is my favorite yo-yo to play with. So yeah, I'm sorry about that crazy rant that I just went on. I like this yo-yo a lot. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's about it. We're done. Oh, also it's pretty good for 5A. It's, yeah, I play a little bit of 5A. I don't play like a lot, but I play enough to know that it's good. It plays, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I know this was a little bit more frazzled. Once again, it's all about practice. Just gotta keep throwing out more of these reviews. Right now I'm currently deciding on whether I want to get a metal Skyva, a C3 Vapor Motion, or if I want to grab a plastic Edge or the Wedge by Evan Agao. So yeah, I'm doing plastics right now because, like I said, I'm going on that mission trip in the last video, and I kind of wanted to get another plastic only because I was only playing with this, and this one's fine, but the spin time's not quite there. It's not as stable as it could be, and when you're kind of nervous, when you're kind of playing in front of people and stuff like that, and when you're trying to get stuff done, it can be a little bit stressful. So I kind of want to just bring another plastic guy, and had some extra money left over, so I'm like, maybe I'll cop one of them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.